Well, today we are going to Fayette State Park down the Garden Peninsula. This is an old mining community. They mine for iron ore. It's on Lake Michigan, northern shore of Lake Michigan. And there's a harbor here where the freighters would come in, load up with iron ore, and leave for Chicago, Detroit, Milwaukee, so on and so forth. Once it was all, the industry quit, the town was abandoned, state stepped in, took over, they turned into a state park, and they've preserved the buildings, they've rebuilt the buildings. Now it's a pretty cool state park. They're in the middle of doing a construction here right now. Redoing a bunch of stuff, so we'll see what that looks like. Left here, this is the campground that's attached to the park. Pretty cool little campground, actually. I do cryptid research. My other YouTube channel, the Bigfoot Dogman, Michigan Bigfoot Dogman Enigma. There was actually a dogman sighting at this campground a number of years ago. I believe there's been one inside the actual ghost town there. And the campground is empty. Yeah, it is a Sunday, so there's a shower house, bathrooms. There is electrical at these sites. Through the trees there, you can see Lake Michigan. Here's a beautiful view of the harbor from up on top. This would normally be the way you would come down into the ghost town. That's the visitor center up there, but they got a big construction thing going on. That's why they're routing everybody this way. New stairway going in, which is, I don't know, the other one was concrete, there was nothing wrong with it, but in true state of the Michigan fashion, they've taken that out and put in wood, which is going to rot. I've worked for the state for 29 years, so they love to spend money. It looks like they got something going in here. Put a bunch of sand in there, leveled it off. So here we are, Fayette Ghost Town. I've come here numerous times at night ghost hunting. I've had a lot of activity here, actually. That's Lake Michigan. Bunch of pigeons up here. Those windmills are an eyesore. Oh, man. So those of you who don't know, this was a iron ore town a century ago. A couple graveyards up the road. People lived here. There was a school here. Like most companies of that era, you became indentured to the company you worked for. They gave you a meager paycheck for steady work, some housing, and the only store around was owned by the company. They charged so much that your pay went all the stuff in the store. So you never really come out on head. Kind of like today's economy for the last 4 years. So, eventually the town shut down. State took this over. They preserved the town, brought a lot of the buildings back, preserved a lot of the buildings. This is a very haunted location. I've experienced some pretty interesting things here. Ghost box telling me to get out. The sound of children laughing. This building here has a stage upstairs. It's locked. Years ago, the kids and I were here. We could hear people walking around upstairs. There's only one stairway going up, one coming down. Got upstairs, there was nobody up there. I've had all my batteries die here at nighttime. I used to do a lot of solo night investigations here. I'll be doing another one here before tourist season hits, which is just around the corner. A lot of weird activity here, though. Very haunted. A lot of history here. There has been 2 dogman sightings here that I'm aware of. There's a campground in that direction. Only quarter to half mile that way up to the park here. One of the sightings was there. by campers. They described it as an upright werewolf, so not much else it could be. My brother, who he can remote view. I don't know if he calls it that, but that's what it is. You can also see spirits. I had him remote view me here at night. This dock here, which was put in about 8 years ago by the state. Modern docks. There's marina, shore power, all that. I see some really nice boats here in the summertime. He told me that he sees me running into someone or something at these docks. He couldn't tell me what. He just said it ain't gonna be good. So always keep that in the back of my mind when I'm here. And I always have to come down here and hang out at the docks at night when I'm here, just to see what's going to happen, because that's what I do. If I'm here at night, I always got the 10 mil on me. So. A lot of deer here. Deer hang out here at the park year-round. You can get really close to them. They're used to people. It's also a food source for large predators. This building up here is supposed to be one of the most haunted ones. Oh, there's a deer right over there. Looking at me. 2 of them. 3, 4. Like I said, there's a bunch of them around here. This grass is already greened up. Winters are pretty mild down in the Garden Peninsula here. I've had bare ground for a week and a half, but the grass hasn't greened up yet. I believe this was the keeper's house here. I would like to spend the night here sometime. Beautiful white cliffs over there. This is the harbor where the ships would pull in, and load up with iron ore and go back out. This is Lake Michigan right here. I come kayaking up here and here every so often in the summertime. Fun place to kayak. There is a male and female buffalo head, ducks. Get those in the river in front of the house this time of the year. Oh, a bunch of them over there. So there's the opening to the harbor. That is Lake Michigan.